How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to go through a question that's been on a lot of people's minds. Which Springboks will be making it for the 2027 World Cup? It's 2 years away. Still got a little bit of time before then, but South Africa do have a little bit of a, you can call it an aging crisis. The average age for the Springboks is around 30, 31 years old, but there are going to be certain key players that are in the back end of their career hitting those 34, 35 year marks. So getting to that 2027 World Cup is going to be difficult. It's going to make life a lot harder. And whether they will be in the line for call up, because you got to think, especially with a rugby player, sometimes there's a space within 6 months, a year, where you could be World Player of the Year to being, a reserve. The ability, and especially considering who might be coming up, because you got to think South Africa, they have a fighting squad, they have a very competitive squad, and there are 2 years for everybody to show why they deserve to be Springboks, right? So the rush is going to be on. A lot of Springboks, a lot of South Africans are going to be playing their backsides off to get that call up from Rassie, right? So I want to go through certain players who are getting to the back end of the career, who might make it, who might not, and kind of go from there. So let's take a look at a couple of players. So we have first of all Vincent Koch, prop. He's 34 years old. He would be around 36, 37 years old. Honestly, you have players like Gerhard Steenkamp. You have obviously Oxenche. So Steenkamp is 27 years old. Oxenche is 29 years old. Thomas Tutoy, he's 29 years old. Wilco Low, he's 30 years old. So they're still all in and around brilliant ages, not too young, not too old, a good in between in terms of experience, international experience, life experience, and it's a very, very good area for props. We then have hookers. So Bongi is going to be a big, big one. Obviously, he's 34 now, so he's going to be around 36, 37 years old when he gets to the World Cup. But I don't think he's going to, they're not going to leave Bongi. Bongi, I see, he is, and I'm pretty certain he's going to continue playing the way he's always been playing. He's going to get that call up. I can almost bloody guarantee it. Bongi is an absolute beast, monster, and not only that, he is also a leader of the team. He is a crucial player for the Springboks. So I can't, yes, he'll be 36, 37 years old. I can't see them leaving him home. But you do have hookers like Johan Grobelaar, which is 27 years old. You have Malcolm Marx, which is 30 years old. So they are still going to be in and around that 30-year-old mark. Again, perfect ages for this World Cup. Right, now we go on to locks. So this is going to be a big one, because our locks are all in their 30s. So it's going to be one of these that we're going to have good experience, but it's going to come to a point of a lot of these players I can't see getting to the next World Cup, if that makes sense. So we have, first of all, Yebenetsabet. He's 34 years old. Sorry, he's 33 years old. He would be around 36 years old when it gets to the World Cup. Again, absolute monster. He's a leader of the team. I can't see them leaving him home. I just cannot see that happening. But it's one of these where he's Player of the Year nominee. He's just an engine. What he does for the team everywhere, you can't afford to leave him home. It's not happening. We then have Franco Mostert. He's 34, so he'll be around 36 years old, 37 years old come the World Cup. Again, brilliant player, but I do feel that South Africa do have potential that could replace him. He's not, in my opinion, he's not an Atabet, right? He's not Ibn. There's a difference. So if a player comes in that is willing to fight, you know, a younger player, I could definitely see Rassie going for a little bit of youth in that respect. We then have Jean Klein, 31 years old, again, good age, 32, 33 years old for the World Cup. Peter Steph de Toit, he's 32. He'll be, 34? He'll be playing some of the best rugby of his life. God forbid he gets injured. No way, he's home. No way on planet Earth is he home unless bloody meteor comes and hits his house. He is not staying home under any reason. We then have RG Snyman, 29 years old, brilliant age. He's going to be 32. Perfect. Absolutely, absolutely perfect. And I could see him really growing in to that leader role as a Springbok. Then we go into the back row. Now this is where it gets nice and spicy. So Cameron Hanekom, 22 years old, perfect age, brilliant. He's just so skilled. He's coming. We then have someone like Kwagga Smith. Kwagga Smith, 31 years old. He'll be 33 years old. Relatively good age. Again, he's one of those players that he will make it for the 2027 World Cup, but the World Cup after is going to be I don't think he's going to make it. So this is going to be his last opportunity at a World Cup, as it will be for a lot of players like Yeben Etzebeth, Bongi. You know, it's a shame we can't have them forever. You know, they got to retire at some point, but yeah. So Kwagga Smith, Marco van Staden, 29 years old. He'll be around 31. We have Sia Khaleesi. Sia Khaleesi is going to be around the 35, 36 years old. Honestly, I would love to see him lead South Africa into that third World Cup and have that third victory as well. So going to be very, very interesting to see. We then have Kobus Reinach, 34 years old. It's going to be difficult to see him make it. I'd love to see him, but we go into Fly-halves. Andre Pollard, he's 30, he'll be around 32. Brilliant age. He has to come. I don't care what you say, he has to come. The rest of the Fly-halves, Hendricks, Libok, they're all relatively young. Then we move into the centers. Again, an aging center pack. So Andre Esterhuizen, 30 years old. Damien Dialende, 33 years old. Jesse Creel, 30. Lukhanyo Am, 31. Again, these are players that are going to make it for this next World Cup, but not necessarily for the World Cup after. All of them are coming. Then we have wingers. So Cheslin, he'll be 32, 33. He's a player that I think might still, depending on his ability, he might still be able to make it into that next World Cup. But this World Cup, definitely, and he's going to boss everyone. Just straight up boss everyone. Makazola Mapimpi, unfortunately, I don't think he will be there for the World Cup. You guys might hate me for it, but I cannot see him being there with the likes of Kanan Moody, Kurt Learensa, Afalele Fassi. I just can't see that happening. And then in terms of fullbacks, you have Afalele Fassi again and Willie Leroux. Willie Leroux, I think he's going to make it because he is who he is, but I can't, he's going to retire. So let me know what you guys think. Honestly, there are certain players that I think a majority of them are going to end up making it. There are going to be some key players that will not be dropped, like your Bongis, like your Yeben. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know who you think might replace some of these aging players. And please like and subscribe if you guys do want to see more content like this. And on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.